Hey Barbies and Kens! Today's video is just kind of about like a story time experience that actually just happened to me yesterday, and I was like trying to debate if I even wanted to do this video, and then I was like, this kind of got me really angry and really upset, and it's important to me, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna film it. And that's why I'm sitting down with you today to tell you about how people are so selfish and so self-centered. There's gonna be a lot of me because I was almost crying. I was so angry. Maybe it's because I'm gonna get my period. I don't know, but I was freaking pissed. Let me just explain to you what happened. So I was at work, doing my worky workness, and there was a $10 bill on the ground, and my one friend picked it up, and she was like, oh, whose is this? And a lady at the bar that I know, she comes in quite frequently, was like, oh, that's my $10 bill, like I must have dropped it when I went to the post office, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's done. 5 minutes later, a lady comes over, and she's like, I dropped my money, and I can't seem to find it, and she was like, it was right here when I was coming out of the dining room, and we were like, well, how much was it? And she goes, $10, and then we kind of just looked at her like, really right now? Like, you're an older lady, really right now? And she was like, oh, she just picked up $10 and said it was hers. And then she asked about it, and she's like, nope, this is my money. I just went to the post office and bought a book of stamps, and they were $30, and I got a 10 back, and it must have just fell out of my bag. Like, stop right there. Like, that's how you know someone's guilty too. They're telling you the whole story, and they have it like that. Like, that was just weird. And I could see the lady was like, well, I needed that money to pay, like, it was exactly what my bill was, and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, well, sorry, it's not yours. So she kind of, like, dismissed it, and the lady was, like, a little bit older, and she kind of, like, put her head down and kind of walked back in the dining room, like, I guess I'm fucked. And just seeing that made me really upset. I could tell she really needed the money, like, I'm like, okay. Because that makes me feel bad when people, like, do shit like that, and I see it right in front of my face, and I lie to them. And, not everybody would get that upset about $10, but if she really needed that money to pay for her food, and she needed the rest of the money she had for something else, like, that's understandable. And the fact that she just had no conscience to be like, or even if she did lie about taking the money, be like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I actually just found it in my wallet here, this is yours, I thought it was mine, I thought I misplaced it, to, like, redeem herself. But no, she just, like, dismisses it and says it's mine. The whole restaurant was staring at her. Like, it was awkward. It was. So I see the lady make her way up to the register with her friend, and honestly, like, I didn't even think for a second. I was like, I ran up, I got my wallet, and I took her thing, and her friend had given her the 10 to give to me, and I gave it back to her, and I said, this is on me. And she was, like, confused, and I said, I saw her take your money, like, I was standing right there. I saw her put it in her pocket. I saw her lie to you, and I don't like it, and if somebody did that to me, I'd feel the same way, and I'd be upset, I'd be disgusted. I was disgusted at the time. I was fuming. I was so pissed, I just wanted to go over and just pop her in the face, but I didn't, because I'm classy. By this point, there was about 5 people in the back of the line waiting to pay, and they all heard what happened, and they were just like, she paid my bill for me, and they were like, thank you so much, and I could just see her looking down from the bar at me, glaring at me, like, oh, you shouldn't have done that, and, like, you could just tell she was guilty, and I was like, whatever, like, I work. If this lady really needed the money, she probably could have used it more than I could. I probably was going to use it on something dumb anyways, so, yeah. The other lady left shortly after and asked me why I was in a pissy mood today. I was ready to be like, 'cause you take money from people and they need it for shit and you don't give it the fuck back. But no, I was just like, oh, I'm in a fucking fantastic mood. So, I just urge you guys, if anything ever happens to you guys, or you take somebody's money and you're like, oh, they're not going to find out about it, give it back. You don't know what they need it for. You don't know if they're struggling with money. It's just kind of the right thing to do. So that's my video for today, just a little sit down about what happened, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, become my friend, my Barbie and Kens, and I will talk to you tomorrow.